I made a story on this before. Uber CEO became an undercover boss in a used Tesla and was surprised by how rude some riders can be. So he did this apparently in September during the pandemic. I very much doubt he did all the trips that he said he did, but the very few trips that he did, I'm sure he learned a lot, right? But here's the big thing. Whatever he learned during this little publicity stunt, right? Was it the same old blah, blah, blah? Or did he actually get some new, fresh ideas? And after the first time getting into a car, trying to experience what a driver experiences, after 5 years at the captain's wheel, right? The first time after 5 years, he suddenly shows interest. Hey, I got to figure out and find out what the drivers go through, right? Did he learn from that? Did he take his knowledge from those few trips and say, okay, riders are rude. How do we address this? Did I face any safety issues while driving? What did I learn? Now, I'm sure, he said he had a photographer with him. I'm sure there was security in his trunk and, I'm sure he was well protected. But did he encounter any hardships, right? Besides saying, okay, well, riders are rude, right? We know that. We get wrongfully deactivated over those rude, false remarks, right? But is there anything noteworthy here? I say no. It's the same bullshit media stunt that Uber tries to pull, and it's like, hey, we dialed in, we know everything, right? We are so connected with our drivers. No, you are not. You are a fake undercover boss in a used Tesla. That's all you are, right? Uber CEO moonlighted as a driver last September to better understand why recruitment was an issue. Why are we not getting the drivers? Why are the drivers leaving? Have lunch with me. I will tell you exactly why they are going, and I'll tell you exactly how to keep these people. Very simple. Dara Khosrowshahi told the Wall Street Journal he encountered problems that discourage drivers. There are numerous problems that discourage drivers. The number one thing, Dara Khosrowshahi, is what you pay them. That's our number one discouragement. That is why many of us are leaving now, right? Hopefully you took notes. Hopefully you worked out what you were getting paid and said, would I work for this? He also found that some passengers were rude and acted like they were alone in the car, right? So Uber's CEO moonlighted as a driver to find out why the company was having trouble signing up more drivers. He was surprised to find out just how many issues there were and how unpleasant some riders could be. Now, it's YouTube channels like this, right, that educate the public, that educate newbies. Is it or is it not worth it driving for Uber or Lyft, right? And once we speak the truth and once we put all of the stories out there, many newbies don't go for it. They think like, wow, this is how crazy it has become. This is how many people who are getting killed, right? So we will continue speaking the truth. Right? We will continue connecting with the public and with newbies and educate them about Dara Khosrowshahi and about Uber, right? And when he is ready to tell the truth, when he is ready to lead, when he is ready to be the captain, not of the Titanic, but of some amazing yacht, right? Then we can all be happy. But right now, my friends, this is just seen as another BS PR media stunt. It's fake as fake can be, right? So Dara Khosrowshahi, the CEO of Uber, told the Wall Street Journal that he secretly signed up as a driver in September last year to better understand the Uber employee experience amid a slowdown in recruitment. The company had traditionally focused on the rider experience, but he said it also needed to win the hearts and minds of drivers to maintain its lead over rivals such as Lyft. Listen, Dara, I fucking hate you like no other, right? Because I see the way you bully, manipulate, and treat drivers. That is why I hate you. I'll be very upfront with you. But I'm still the type of person that would have lunch with you and show you how to connect with the hearts and minds of drivers. I do that every single day, right? Every single day, I know in my heart, I connect with their hearts. In my mind, I connect with their minds, right? And I'll gladly show you how I do it, right? It's not difficult, right? I'll give you the little recipe book, right? But if you want to continue with this arrogant, I don't care an F-U-C-K about you attitude, I will get in a car and pretend I know it all. You're going nowhere. You're going absolutely nowhere. So you owe me lunch, fly me up to San Francisco. Let's talk. He bought a second-hand Tesla. Why? To ferry riders around San Francisco and make deliveries using the Elias Dave K. I very much doubt he bought that car. Uber bought the car with that money that we brought in. While there were several operation issues that made using the app difficult, some customers' behavior unpleasantly surprised Khosrowshahi. The journal reported that some experiences, such as riders discussing personal problems or confidential corporate information as if they were the only people in the car, made him feel slighted. When Khosrowshahi made food deliveries using an electric bike, he often encountered a practice called tip baiting, where customers entice a courier with a big tip when they place the order before reducing it after delivery. Now, Dara Khosrowshahi, you wrote the code. You allowed tip baiting. You knew what tip baiting was. Why did it take you 5 years to get into a car and experience it firsthand when you were told every single day by thousands and thousands of delivery drivers through Twitter, through Facebook, through YouTube, stop the tip baiting? Another passenger who recognized the CEO on one of his Uber shifts asked him for advice on his startup. Me personally, I would not follow that advice. But okay, Khosrowshahi told the journal he had a 5-star rating for the roughly 100 rides and deliveries he'd completed around town. I'd really want to see that proof. It's easy to say, well, I did 100 rides and deliveries, right? Let's see the proof, one by one. I would like to see a breakdown. If he could send that to us, let's make a report on all the trips he took. Let's analyze that. However, he said he'd go to bed anxious about maintaining his perfect rating the next day. Khosrowshahi said he would try to keep customers happy by offering them charging cables and making Spotify playlists featuring artists including Taylor Swift and The National. 5 Uber drivers recently interviewed by Insider said they frequently encountered rudeness, no tips, late arrivals, and requests for stops at drive-thrus or convenience stores. Did Dara Khosrowshahi experience that? Khosrowshahi's moonlighting was part of a bigger operation called Project Boomerang that aimed to get more drivers back on the app. Again, take me out for lunch, dude. Fly me up there, get me a hotel. Spend a few hours with me. I'll show you how to get them. The findings prompted Uber to create a single sign-up for both rides and deliveries to allow drivers to see drop-off locations before pickup and give drivers hundreds of millions of dollars in bonuses. Khosrowshahi told the journal that some drivers had returned in response to economic uncertainty, which at the time did not have an impact on rider demand. Right, so if you want to send them a story, at drivers@businessinsider.com. Send them your story, drivers@businessinsider.com. Share your story with them. Your comments, please, will be greatly appreciated, and I'll leave the link below. I'm excited to read them. Let him read them. He watches these videos. Don't tell me he doesn't, right? So let's show him how to steer this ship to profitability. Let's show him how to treat drivers and food delivery drivers, right? You have to learn that. You have to learn how to communicate and treat your staff, your drivers, your independent contractors, although they're not 100% independent contractors. But we will show you. We will give you the roadmap, sir. Gladly, gladly.